have a very fundamental belief here at Zeitgeist, and that is we are a stronger community when we are connected, when we are creative, and when we are engaged. And by stronger, that means we are more able to solve community issues. We are more willing to work on each other's behalf, regardless of whether we're from different neighborhoods or different demographic backgrounds. It means that we are healthy, we're happy, our lives are more fulfilling. And I think that that's, those are ideas, right, that all of us can get on board with. We want it not just for ourselves, but for everybody in this community. And so what keeps us from achieving those? Well, we often think about it as disengagement, lack of trust in civic, cultural, or community institutions or processes. And we know that there are social systems, discrimination, racism, poverty, fear of others, that keep some people out. And so at Zeitgeist, we're always thinking about how do we overcome those barriers? And how do we build connections? How do we recatalyze engagement? And for us, within the walls of this building, sometimes it may not be totally obvious, but you may have a sense, right? That within the walls of this building, we are always thinking about how do we tell stories that are undertold? How do we give people an opportunity to find common ground through stories and artistic experiences and creative expression? And but we also know, well, we do that because we know two things. One, we know that when people have a venue to share their experience, when they have a venue to share their stories and their perspectives, or they see someone that reflects them sharing their stories or their perspectives, that they feel a greater sense of connection to the community that they are a part of. And we also know, too, that there is no better way of building a new connection between people, of knocking down those barriers of discrimination, than understanding somebody else's tale and connecting with them on that personal level. And so, we do that within the walls of this building in every way that we can think of doing it. But we also know that if we want to have the kind of impact that we want to have in our community, we can't just expect people to come to us and engage in programming here inside the walls of Zeitgeist. We need to get out into the community and build relationships and get to know the neighborhoods that surround our building, that are part of the community that we here at Zeitgeist share. And that's what today is all about. It's about the work of our community team going out and gathering the stories of our community members, because we know that ultimately city policy is based on our shared understanding of the stories of our community residents. And if we don't understand those stories, if we don't hear those stories, our policy will reflect them. And we think in Duluth, as in anywhere in this country, our policies do reflect a lack of historically understanding or empathizing with or connecting with the stories of all of our people. And so I want to say a big thank you to all the speakers that are here today for taking the time to share your perspectives, to gather the stories of all the members of our community and talk about how those stories make an impact on who we are as a community through our policy decisions, through our physical infrastructure. And it's not just about any one street, although today we will spend a lot of time talking about one or two streets in particular. But it's really about a process. It's about approach. It's about an identity of our community and integrating the stories of all our people into those policy decisions and into our